Hey everyone, today I thought we would codex the tabs. Um, and so I'm gonna double dip like always. We're coming in here, we're gonna get this 200 tab mission. We like it. There's tabs outside of Guardian Village. Um, I prefer the ones up here. I'm at this Al Nahar snow mountain teleporter, and I'm just gonna run north. You see there's a guy down there. We'll scoot away from him. There should be plenty for both of us. Um, I'm not going to need any armor. I'm just going to use the trade terminal uh, laser carbine that I still have over from Cyrene. And I say there'll be plenty for both of us, but it looks like there's not just one person down here. And so we'll see how plentiful the mobs are. I might be heading out to somewhere else. Although it looks like this person's just sweating, so I'll try and shoot past them. Um, and we'll just hit this grouping and kill 200. See where it shoots us on the Codex. We won't get a full rank today, um, but we should get something. I just wanted to outline the daily here, um, and if you're here to work the Codex for the attribute points, and as you can see, I'm one Codex away from another attribute point. But I'm already pretty high on the tab one, and so this 200 daily that we're gonna crank out real fast um, will boost me towards it, but I obviously won't make the full 60% of a Codex rank on 200. I think we can tell that by how fast it's coming in off these kills. Um, Getting some basic leather extractors, that's always nice. I'm not sure about those rotten tab teeth. They clearly need a dentist because they're rotten. Um, I think they're used in one of the new blueprints that the Toulan team put together, uh, but I'm actually not sure which one. Um, so let's see if they have any markup. There's them there. I mean, it doesn't sit, so those don't look like they sell. I mean, maybe they sell a little bit person to person, but I would bet not. I bet those end up getting trade terminal to the just for it's hard to hold on to something that's hard to sell for a long period of time. So it's pretty much youngs to olds out here. Get a bunch of shrapnel, oil residue, and those rotten tab teeth. We're gonna try and make sure that we don't um, move away from those guys a little bit. I don't want to accidentally shoot their mob because I'm just using that F command to shoot the next mob. That's why you see my cursor right in the middle of my neck there. It allows me to loot the next one and then target. Um, these guys are great to swant. That's why you see those guys sweating over there. They're gonna. It's the easiest way to break even, probably on this planet, is sweating these tabs. You get 10 sweat on a young, 15 on a mature, 20 on an old. Um, but the extractors that they get are even on like resellers, you like that one I got right there, 130% markup on all those minimum, and you can get all the way up to 180%. I typically use them in crafting personally. I think I have about 3,000 in storage right now. And if we had the proper boulder or stone, sorry, not boulder, um, here on the planet, we do a little texture run, but I don't. I'll probably have to warp those to Calypso, or probably that's probably the easiest place to pick up the stone I would need to do that texture run. But you can go through this daily pretty cheap. I mean, obviously, we're talking a couple 2 to 3 shots off of a trade terminal pistol, or sorry, trade terminal rifle, um, to finish these off. So killing 200 is super easy on the wallet, we'll say. Plus, like I said, you'll get, if you sweat it, you actually get your losses back in sweat. If you're able to hit that 85 to 90% returns that they say you should be able to hit. The sweat you pick up when you sell it will actually um, put you over that edge anyway. But with these, you actually get, um, and I've seen people trying to buy that muscle oil, not for a great markup, like 100.4%, or, but it's some markup, which is always nice. So you don't end up having to trade terminal it. I do a little bit of crafting with it. I think it goes into those. It's the simple one conductor. I think it is that we do runs on occasionally. We're gonna scoot up here away from her a little bit, or him, and keep going because we got. Well, I mean, we're getting a fair amount of extractors. Like I said, and it kind of covers up your losses a little bit once you're able to sell them. And the other loot that we're hoping to get today on these guys is a tab hide or two. And you can kind of see why these guys, a lot of people jokingly call them gerbils. They kind of look like a little movie gerbil out of Hollywood that some mad scientist has got a hold of. And again, we're going to try to scoop um, so that we're not next to everyone. Just out of courtesy. Um, when I'm hunting, there's no reason to roll up on someone. Um, Even when it's crowded like this, we can kind of all swath away from each other. As you can see, we're kind of doing. As respawns happen, that'll shift a little bit as people will have to move um, for the new mobs. But as you can tell, like we're all able to be courteous, which is always a plus. Sometimes you get that on games, and sometimes, well, not so much. But I mean, you can kind of tell that 200 tabs isn't going to move this uh, codex very far. What, 13% maybe? And so we'll have to kill 1,000 or more tabs to get that next codex rank, which makes sense. We're already at rank 20, so I've done this a fair amount of times. I actually came back after they codexed initially. I think I had like a kill 8,000 tab mission or something. Um, then I came and bumped out. Because it's pretty easy to double dip on that the whole way. Um, with the ones at the mission terminal, like I've said before, they reset every hour, and so like it's literally a 1 hour countdown, and like you can just start again. And so I would just cycle a couple of missions. I would do like the tab one, and then those Kaboria, and we might hunt those later on this week a little bit. We'll see. And then you'll just do one, and then by the time you finish the small daily on the other one, you can kind of come back and the first one will reset. And so you just can alternate between two if you're insistent on double dipping the whole way. Um, if not, you just grab a gun and just start churning through them, I guess. Like, and we're already halfway done. And so we got about 8%. And so no codex reward for us today, but we'll be working on towards the next time. Um, but it's easy to codex these guys as a Swanter. Um, those Sunjocks um, are also, because of the juveniles out near those the instant caves, you can get the codex for that worked up pretty easy. It's a little slow, obviously, because those have 10 hit points, and um, the normal Sunjocks actually have a not insignificant amount. And we're going to stay away from those. Yeah, we're not interested in those today. Those are a little higher than we're trying to hunt right now. And so we're going to circle back around because we're just trying to bump out this last 85 tabs or so. There's a lot of people out here today. That's good. And so, as you can see, tabs are the kind of the most popular newbie hunt, so to speak. If you're new to hunting, this is the easiest place to to probably break even. Between the markup on some of the more common drops and the sweat, this is the one place I broke even in the early part. In mainly based on those leather extractors, I seem to still be getting kind of fairly on the regular. When I was getting them, I think I was selling them to a reseller around 150% markup. And between that and the sweat, I was breaking even on every run. Even if I was using a full kit with the scope and the laser sights and that amp they give you out of the, I think it's the gold package. That's Syncadus or whatever it is. Yeah, we're doing good on the basic leather extractors. We haven't really got any big hits, but I wouldn't really expect to on these. Um, Especially since earlier we globaled um, on a previous hunt. We're going to bump up our Codex a little bit towards the next rank and claim the anatomy reward off this daily. These are nice. You don't need any armor. You trade terminal weapon, which means you don't have to pay any markup. Which is the other reason I say that these are the easiest kind of to hunt. Even as a newer avatar, I could sweat the youngs pretty easy, and the matures relatively easy. And then I had to work in a little bit towards to the olds with my getting my evade skills up. A little bit of a bummer we haven't got any actual hides, but I suppose that's why their markup is so high, right? Rarity equals higher price across the board. I should find out what those tab teeth go into, and just do a big run on that. Just because I'm getting so many, and by the time I finish out another 5 ranks of that Codex, um, I should probably have a grip, unless I get impatient and trade terminal them, which I'm gonna try not to do. but no promises. All right, we're about 80% done. You tell these doesn't take very long to finish out the daily 200 for these tabs. I'm gonna skip that person, let them do their thing a little bit. I don't want to accidentally target the ones that are on them. Again, I just want to promote being a nice person when you game. We can pick up a couple of the ones around it. I mean, we don't want them to aggro and get 7 on them. That one was backing up looking at her. Probably was going to jump them. They're getting jumped anyway. We're going to scoot up here. Oh, it's not letting me. Ah, there we go. Up, 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 up. All right, the final 25. All right, we only need 10 more. You saw how I almost targeted that one way out there after I left off that little clip there. There we have it. 200 tabs real fast. We'll go claim that anatomy reward. My anatomy is relatively high at this point, so it won't be very much in points. Um, but every little bit helps, especially because anatomy is a looter skill, especially for not for robot looting, but for animal looting, and I believe also for the mutant looting profession. Um, the anatomy skill is 4 or 5% or something. We're gonna run to this terminal. Might have time to look it up while we run to this terminal to claim the reward. $7% is what it goes into the animal looting profession. We're gonna go inside here, and there's our mission terminal, and we are claiming some tab reward. Boom. Almost half a point still. And we're at 5,500 points. And so that'll keep helping to boost our looter up, which will help boost our returns overall. Hope everyone's having an epic day.